Close-up look this morning with Congressman Greg Pence on the phone with us this morning. Congressman, thanks for checking in this morning. Hey, how about a quick update from you on legislation regarding the CARES Act funds? You were involved in it. You co-sponsored, did you not?
I did. Thanks, John. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so I'm out in D.C. this week. It's our last full week of session before we go back to the district and vote on November 3rd. Yeah, we have the CARES Act, and, you know, we're dealing with the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and as we all know in Indiana, that is going better than had been anticipated, and there's lots of funds left, which you and I have talked about that before. So I sponsored a bill that says, hey, let's give those funds that the state of Indiana and all the states have yet to spend, let's give those over to the state and let them spend them as they see fit. I'd like to say one size doesn't fit all. So all those dollars were to fight COVID-19. We're ahead of the game on that. We've got lots of PPE, but there's other things that need attending to. And I wanted to prioritize maybe some infrastructure things, first responders and stuff like that. So that's a bill that it's called the Coronavirus Relief Fund Flexibility Act, and I hope we get that passed this week. But also, the second thing that we're dealing with as a society is the financial impact of the pandemic and all these businesses that are closed. And I also sponsored last week a Paycheck Protection reopened program where we extend the Paycheck Protection Program to the end of the year, and we also expand the eligibility of funding for that, and also allow businesses that are severely impacted. If you just look up and down Washington Street, you can see some businesses are really struggling to come back. They would be eligible for additional Paycheck Protection loans and possible forgiveness under $150,000. So those are two things I'm kind of focused on, and as I'm out here in D.C., and hopefully when I come back home on Friday, we actually pass these two bills and come home with another CARES Act that focuses on Main Street, unemployment, people that are still suffering because of the economic downturn that we've had.
Talking with Congressman Greg Pence this morning, I know in previous conversations with you, there was a lot of announcements of some money to improve infrastructure and some special legislation and funding for things here in Columbus. Anything new in that arena for us?
Well, yeah, I'm real proud. Thanks for asking, John. Yeah, I'm real proud of the fact that we got some money for First Christian Church. I know that's pretty much public. That was $500,000 to Save America Treasure grant, $3 million for the Columbus Municipal Airport to put fences up. Very interesting to me that wildlife running across the runway was a bigger issue than I knew about, and glad to get the funds there. And then we got $28 million in federal funds for the opioid crisis, which, you know, Bartholomew County and Columbus and their initiatives are really kind of leading the way, both in the region and across the state. So that we're out here doing things for the district. You know, as I said before, John, it's all about constituent services.
Talking with Congressman Greg Pence this morning. Now, Congressman, you won't be directly involved in the vote, but just any thoughts on Judge Amy Coney Barrett and the announcement that the president made regarding her and the vacancy in the Supreme Court?
Well, I'm pretty much biased. Anytime a Hoosier gets promoted anywhere, I'm for that sort of thing. So I'm real happy to hear that. That's up to the Senate to decide that. I believe she is a very qualified individual. There's a lot of rhetoric that goes on. It's the Senate has control over whether she gets. The president has nominated her, and the Senate has full authority to go ahead and approve that nomination. And I think we're going to actually see that happen before the election. And I personally agree with if there is some upheaval on November 3rd or shortly after. It's like what we had with Gore and Bush. It'd be nice if we have 9 Supreme Court justices sitting there to debate the issue.
Talking with U.S. Congressman Greg Pence this morning, who serves our area. Congressman, final thoughts or comments from you before I let you go this morning?
Well, let's hope we get that CARES Act. And, if anybody needs anything from us, pence.house.gov.
Congressman, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for checking in.